the body roll? Where is the body roll? I mean, it's just...
Normally, I'm seasick riding shotgun by now.
I feel the weight loading.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It's a SUV. The weight will move around, but then I can also tell that the suspension is doing the work to keep me flat. This is awesome. This is awesome. This car is spectacular. Just imagine badge swapping this with something with 3 points and a circle around it. Add $40,000 to the exact same car,
and they'd be printing money.
Oh my gosh, this brand is so slept on.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Corey, this thing is sick. It's all-wheel drive, rear-wheel bias. I'm in sport. It's like, hey, this guy wants to slide. Let him slide.
And the seatbelts are like, we'll hold on to you in the process.
Pre-tensions you. The all-wheel drive system is not overcorrecting me. I feel it pulling the nose of the vehicle when I begin to counter steer. Prior to that, if it's giving me any power to the front tires, it's unnoticeable.
Yeah.
It's waiting until I tell it to come out of the slide, and then it assists me in doing what I want to do already.
Not like, some other brand that...
Unlike, I'm on the floor. Oh, yeah. Come on. Jenny. Love a Jenny. It's tight. It feels lower than it really is. It's flat. It stays flat in the corners, which is outrageous, not only for SUV, but an SUV in this price bracket, because you're usually talking like 6 figures plus for MagnaRide or whatever brand's, copyrighted equivalent is. It's spectacular. This is the sports SUV that people are not understanding as a sports SUV. It's not even marketed as a sports SUV, but it is.
I have had on the main channel the main rival to this in the AMG GLE with its turbocharged inline 6, which has more raw power, but this feels like a better overall package. And this tops out under what that one started at. Like, what?
The beating heart of every sporty vehicle is a gasoline-powered engine, and under the hood of this we have a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo and these big metal cross braces that keep that chassis rigid to give you those excellent driving dynamics.
And it doesn't stop there, because the styling on this actually backs up its sporty intention. You've got all these sharp creases really accentuated by this Matterhorn white matte paint, the wide hips on the back, the sloping roofline that isn't a coupe. You have to wait for the 25 version for that, but very fastback-like look. And then the oval cutout back here does kind of remind us of perhaps a Shelby Daytona.
Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but that oval cut with just the dead stop tail after the fastback closing lines is reminiscent. And look, we get, even though these are touring tires, they're pretty sticky for touring tires, and big fat brakes.
Okay, you've done a lot of performance talk about this, but this is a performance luxury vehicle, and we get some nice touches like soft closed doors. So let me take you on a tour of all the luxurious touches on the inside of this one. We can't talk luxury without talking about coddling the driver. Heated, ventilated, and massaging driver's seat here, wrapped in Nappa leather. Speaking of Nappa leather, dual tone leather wrapped steering wheel that is so squishy and nice to touch, hiding a digital 3D gauge cluster right here, 12.3 inches, over 15 inches of infotainment here with multiple ways to control it. It's touch, and you also have this joystick, knob, wheel, touchpad combination here. All different ways to interface with that 15-inch screen. Lots of technology goodies here. Real knurling on the metal for the volume and tuning here. Really like that. Hidden Qi wireless charger up here. Hidden cup holders all underneath. Real wood. Really like the texture of the real wood here. Drive mode control here with real metal. And let's get my little magnet out here. Yeah, real ferrous metal. Lots of different places here. Really like that. The actual drive controller right here that Eric loves so much. And then the only bit of gloss black plastic that you really get in the interior is the HVAC controls here. Heated and ventilated seats, I know I already mentioned, but there you go. 3-mode ventilated seat. And moving to the door panels, we still get the blue up top and the dune padded leather for your knees, even on the side of the door, with real wood accents all the way on the door. And let's talk about that back seat. And back here, I still get my soft closed doors. I get a power peasant blocker back here to block out all those onlookers in their broken down Mercedes. And speaking of power window covers, I have power glass sunshades up here with all the suede headlining so that I can get a nice view out the sky if I need it. I have a vanity mirror back here to check myself out and see how cool I look riding in the back seat of this one. Moving down to the back of the center console, we got our HVAC controls, heated and ventilated second row captain's chairs, really like that. Moving to my full center console here in the second row, tons of real wood back here that I really like. Qi wireless charger in the back seat as well. Split opening center console, Napa leather, power seats, and this is the side of the vehicle you're actually going to want to ride on because there's a little button on the side that puts you into full relax mode and gets that pesky passenger seat up out of your way. And back here in the third row, well, in this trim, you don't get a third row, and let's face it, you don't need it because this is a chauffeur vehicle, not a family vehicle. But underneath this carpeted floor mat, you get your requisite underfloor storage, but you get bonus underfloor storage because no third row in place. Tons of space in this one. And yes, you can power fold those second row seats down for even more space. How's that for luxury? And if you have the displeasure of having someone park their salvage title too close to your Matterhorn white bougie Jenny, you can simply make the vehicle move itself forward thanks to Smart Park, and you don't even have to bother with calling the manager.
All right, Corey, that's enough of that luxury talk. Let's drive this thing. It's so good. Corey, it's so good.
The fact that we're on my favorite driving road and a luxury SUV says what we think of this vehicle as a overall enthusiast vehicle.
I'm a bit of a picky person when it comes to an enthusiast car. Basically, I want it to do what I tell it to do without bitching about it. And it's doing it.
Genesis.
It's doing it. Do you want a luxury two-row SUV that drives like a sports car? It's not a shop queen, and it costs less than $90,000 fully loaded. When you put it in sports mode, it hugs the hips. It has a massaging seat. Sport mode, all-wheel drive, and did I say it drives like a sports car? Maybe take a look at the Genesis.